Good morning, everyone. It is Julie here with your Wednesday morning stock market news, where we're getting you up to speed with what you need to know as the market opens. So let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back. Thank you all so much for being here. As per usual this morning, we'll be taking a look at exciting stock market news, notable earnings reports, and which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. If you want to unlock some fantastic research tools, make sure you follow the links in the description down below to get 10% off TipRank's premium and ultimate subscriptions. Now let's get right into this morning's exciting stock market news. U.S. stock futures are currently in the green right now as investors brace from an interest rate decision from the Feds. Right now, Dow futures are up 0.09%, S&P 500 futures up 0.21%, and NASDAQ futures up 0.24%. Shares of Eli Lilly are in the green this morning after they shared results from their Phase 3 trial on their Alzheimer's drug. Their Phase 3 study showed that their drug significantly slowed cognitive and functional decline in people with early symptomatic Alzheimer's disease. The drug slowed clinical decline by 35% compared to placebo, while resulting in a 40% less decline in the ability to perform daily activities. They said following the trial results, they expect to make a submission for approval to the FDA this quarter. Analysts currently rate their stock a moderate buy, but they have since surpassed that price target. Albemarle shared that they plan to spend up to $1.5 billion to expand their lithium hydroxide plant in Australia. They would be looking to build 2 additional processing trains at their plant, which would make the company Australia's largest lithium producer. The company said that the additional trains would increase the plant's production by 50,000 metric tons per year and raise annual production capacity across the 4 trains to 100,000 tons. That's enough to produce batteries for more than 2 million electric vehicles per year. Their stock is currently rated a moderate buy with an average upside of about 60%. And after Icahn Enterprises dropped 20% yesterday following a short seller report from Hindenburg, Icahn has responded. Hindenburg has alleged that the IEP units are inflated, saying that they made a classic mistake of taking on too much leverage in the face of sustained losses. Icahn responded saying that they believe the self-serving short seller report published by Hindenburg was intended solely to generate profits off of short positions. They stand by their public disclosures and they believe that IEP's performance will speak for itself over the long term, as it always had. Icahn Enterprises is set to report earnings on Friday. Now moving right along to notable earnings reports. In the after hours today, we'll be hearing from Qualcomm, Etsy, Mercado Libre, and Albemarle. In the after hours last night, we heard from Advanced Micro Devices. They came out with an earnings and revenue beat, but their stock is in the red this morning based on weak future outlook. Looking forward, AMD is expecting second quarter revenue to be around $5.3 billion plus or minus $300 million. This was shy of analysts' expectations of $5.51 billion. They also said they'd keep their operating expenses flat for the year until demand improves. They reported Q1 earnings per share of 60 cents, beating expectations by 4 cents per share, and revenue of $5.35 billion, beat by $40 million. Currently, the stock is rated a strong buy, but we do have some hold ratings coming in today. Also in the red this morning, despite posting an earnings and revenue beat, is Ford. And they did reaffirm their guidance for the full year with EBIT of $9 to $11 billion. They reported Q1 earnings per share of 63 cents, beating expectations by 19 cents per share, and automotive revenue of $39 billion grew 21% year over year and beat expectations by $1.67 billion. Analysts currently rate their stock a hold with an average upside of 16%. And there seems to be a theme with last night's earnings, as we also have SBUX in the red this morning after they gave cautious future guidance following their earnings and revenue beat. The company only reaffirmed its prior full-year outlook, which seemed to be disappointing to shareholders. They did announce some plans of streamlining store operations and fresh investments to stoke long-term growth. For their second quarter, they reported earnings per share of 74 cents, beating estimates by 9 cents per share, and a revenue of $8.7 billion, beat by $270 million. Their stock is currently rated a moderate buy with a pretty flat price target. I shouldn't have said just last night's earnings, as the trend continues into the pre-market this morning with CVS. They posted a revenue and earnings beat, but cut their future guidance. They've revised their earnings per share guidance range to $8.50 to $8.70, dropping it 20 cents from previous guidance. For their Q1, they reported $2.20 in earnings per share, beating expectations by 11 cents, and revenue of $85.3 billion, beat by $4.63 billion, so a sizable beat there. Analysts currently rate the CVS stock a strong buy with an average upside of 49%. And finally, somebody in the green this morning following their earnings is Kraft Heinz, who did beat on both earnings and revenue estimates. They reported earnings per share of 68 cents, beating expectations by 8 cents per share, and revenue of $6.49 billion, which beat by $100 million. The company did reaffirm their expectations of 2023 organic net sales growth. The stock is currently rated a hold among analysts with an average upside of 8%. Now let's take a look at which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Our biggest gainers this morning are led by a company called Sprinkler, though I wasn't able to find any distinct news behind the gains. Trading under the ticker CXM, the stock is currently up 13.4%. They're followed by Super Microcomputer under SMCI, up 9.7%, and Livent Corp under LTHM, up 9.6%. And our biggest losers are led by Estee Lauder after they missed on earnings estimates and lowered their future outlook. Trading under the ticker EL, their stock is down 16.4%. They're followed by Sprout Social under SPT, down about 16%, and Mercury Systems under MRCY, down 7.8%. So that is going to be everything for Wednesday morning's stock market update, getting you up to speed with what you need to know as the market opens. If you made it to the end of today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and say good morning in the comments down below. I always appreciate hearing from you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you back here next time.